Aloha and welcome to week 6 of Marine Science. This week we're going to talk about how do we organize and describe marine life. The very first topic of this week is biological classification. So in biological classification, you are organizing marine organisms by structures such as do they have an exoskeleton, do they have gills, etc., etc. That is one way to describe marine organisms, biological classification. And that includes things like kingdom and phylum and genus and species and all the ones in between. And you'll learn about that when you do the POGO exercise. So the second way that you can describe organisms, and specifically marine organisms, is by their trophic level. Where do they belong in the food web? Are they decomposers, producers, consumers? And so the second activity you're going to do this week is you're going to look at marine organisms and you're going to build a food web. So you're going to classify things by whether they are herbivores, omnivores, carnivores, and then put them into a food web. So that's the second way you can organize marine organisms. The third way that you can organize marine organisms is you can organize them by their feeding or the feeding style or their placement in the watery environment. Do they live on the ocean floor? Then we say that they are benthos. Do they swim about the ocean? Then we say that they are nectonic. Do they rely on the current or the tides to just push them around willy-nilly? And then we call them planktonic. And you're going to watch a video for each of those different types of classification, organization of marine life, and then complete an activity for each one of them. So the first one, of course, is typical biological classification, kingdom, phylum, genus, species, etc. The second one is where do they fit into the food web? What do they eat and what eats them? What is their trophic level? What is their ecosystem niche? And the third one is where do they live in the ocean and where do they feed? And how do they move about in the ocean? So have a great week. Enjoy the research. I'll see you on Wednesday. Aloha.